Okay, we are back with round 2 pairings. It's Michael Taylor, I'm pretty sure. Axum's confirmed. I'm pretty sure it's Michael Taylor. Okay, that's fine. Alright, that's fine. Okay. I hope these guys can hear me.
We have juniors. We have 3 rounds of Swiss, and the top 2 are playoffs. Seniors, 11 players. They have 4 rounds of Swiss, and the top 2 have the playoffs. Masters, there was 43 for the late entry, so I'm guessing like 48-ish. They have 6 rounds of Swiss, and the top 8 have playoffs.
48 players, 6 rounds of Swiss, top 8 cut.
Alright, make sure your opponent has 6 tries and put out.
Top 8 cut. Looks like Nick is playing a Darkrai variant. Looks like, from the looks of the energy, Darkrai tracking.
What, you guys noisy or what? Alright, you ready to begin?
Alright, players again setting up. Okay, looks like Michael's going first. I believe that is Zorua versus and a Darkrai on the bench versus a Terrakion. Got a random receiver. I'm not sure what he got. Skyloft, the random receiver. He plays the Skyla. Ultra Ball. Probably going to discard a couple of Dark Energies. Set up for Dark Patch plays. Discards a Crushing Hammer, revealing that he's playing Crushing Hammers in his Darkrai Terrakion deck. Now this is an interesting matchup. We have Zoroark Darkrai versus Terrakion and Darkrai. Terrakion will be a big part of this matchup since it's fighting and it one-shots everything in Michael's deck, barring Eviolated Darkrai. For 2 energies, Retaliate will knock out a Darkrai without Eviolate after having taken a knockout, for having an opponent take out a knockout. And Michael gets a turn 1 Ascension. The Dark Patch chooses Darkrai, threatening a turn 2 Night Spear if he has an Energy Switch and a Dark Energy, or any type of energy actually. Now if he does do the Night Spear, he walks into, I believe the attack is called Brutal Bash. I'm not sure on that, but what it does is it's basically, it does 20 times the damage equals to the number of damage counters. So that would end up knocking out the Darkrai. Okay, so it's not Brutal Bash. Probably, I don't know. Dark Rush, that's the attack. Now, Nick does not have a supporter, making me question the decision of Skyling for the Ultra Ball instead of getting a supporter. Most players don't realize it, but Skylight can indeed grab supporters. It is trainer, it does not state item on the card Skyla, therefore it can get both stadiums supporters, including items too, of course. Now, you see a turn 3 Night Spirit. And he does the Night Spirit 90. Walk into neutral Dark Rush. Now, Michael bails out Nick's supporterless hand by playing the N, giving a fresh hand of 6, whereas a hand is otherwise showing to be very weak. Michael benches a Piplup. Michael Dark Rushes for the knockout. Nick now realizing his mistake of Night Spirit into the Zoroark, having his Darkrai knocked out in one shot. Most players don't realize that Zoroark does indeed have another attack. It usually does not come in handy, but in situations like this where your opponent doesn't realize you have Dark Rush as an attack, they can easily run into a situation like this. Now if Nick cannot get another basic or attack this turn, it looks okay, he is getting another basic out. He plays the Ultra Ball, discarding an energy switch. And he is contemplating on what other card to discard, knowing that he has to get a basic out to stay in the game. Starts a Dark Energy. It grabs Landers EX. Plays the Eviolite on Landers. Plays the switch. If he has the fighting energy, he can knock out this Zoroark. Plays the catcher. Show it. For the Zorua. And plays a Juniper, fishing for the fighting energy he needs to knock out both Zorua and Zoroark. Zorua is indeed weak to fighting, so Hammerhead will do 60 damage, and then 38 to the benched, Zoroark knocking them both out. He plays a Crushing Hammer. I'm not sure why he would play a Crushing Hammer, because the Zoroark isn't getting knocked out this turn. The Hammerhead's knocking out the Zorua and the Zoroark. Nick not realizing Zora is weak to fighting. Michael plays Revive, bringing back his Zora, plays the Switch, and a Sharon. Benching a Piplup. Plays Pokemon Communication, putting down the Zoroark back into his deck. Let's see if he will get the... He grabs a Mewtwo. Now this is a very interesting deck. I have never seen a deck like this that plays. I'm not sure if he actually plays it. I think I saw Water Energy in the deck. But Diving Dog gives you the opportunity to discard Dark Energies, setting up for Dark Patch plays, while giving you a Water attacker that deals with Landorus EX. Michael Ascensions into Zoroark. Nick plays Ultra, discarding an N and Dark Energy. And grabs the Darkrai. And it grabs Dark Patch, powering up his benched Darkrai. And plays a Pokemon Catcher. Catching up Darkrai that has damage on it. I believe it has 30 on it. And then Hammerheads for 60 to the Darkrai and 30 to a Piplup. Michael touches a Dark Energy, retreats to his Piplup that will be knocked out next turn. And showing that he doesn't have a supporter, his hand is very weak. Nick plays Energy Switch, moving a Dark Energy to the Landorus EX. And plays N, bailing Michael out of his supporterless hand. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Just Hammerhead would put enough pressure on where Michael is in top deck mode. He needs a supporter, and Nick can just put on damage with Landorus, knocking out Piplups before they evolve, putting on him a clock to draw their Candy Empoleon, or a Primplup. Nick did not need any cards right now. Hammerhead is the only thing he should be doing. Knocking out a Piplup, and I would probably put 30 on the other Piplup, threatening another Hammerhead next turn to the knockout if he does not evolve it. And Nick puts the 30 on the Darkrai. Now Nick is threatening a land judgment if he gets the fighting energy in play. And Michael does have the rare candy Empoleon. He starts going through his deck using Diving Draw and Polygon's ability, which discards a card from your hand and draws 2 cards. And this combos very nicely with Dark Patch. You can discard a Dark Energy and then play Dark Patch, attaching his Dark Energy to the Zora, Zoroark, or Darkrai. And then Diving Draws for 2. Diving Draws for 2. After playing in real life for Zoroark. Michael also plays Super Odd to get back. He gets 3 Pokemon. He gets a Zoro and 2 Dark Energies. Shuffles them back into his deck. Now, I do not recall how many Dark Energies are in his discard pile, but if he only had a few, I question Super Odding the Dark Energies back into his deck. Where he could play Dark Patch to power up his Darkrai. He could have just put a Zoroark line back into the deck. And Michael's going to Brutal Bash for 40, 60 minus 20 for the Eviolite, which should be 40 to Lander CX. Trying to do some math to determine if he were to Hammerhead into the Zoroark, would Dark Rush knock him out? And it will not. It would do, if he does 60 to it, Dark Rush will only do 120, minus 20 for the Eviolite, leaving Nick with 40 damage on the Landers. And Michael plays a potion, healing with the bench Darkrai, and then Diving Draws, getting rid of a rare candy to draw 3. Benches a Minio. Now Minio's an interesting card. You don't see it in many decks, but it has a pretty decent attack. Call for Family. It allows for 1 colorless energy to get a basic Pokemon from your deck and put it into your bench. Michael evolves the Zora to Zoroark. And Dark Rushes into Landers, leaving Landers with 40 HP left. Now Nick plays a Gold Potion, healing 90 off of the Landers EX. Pretty much negating Michael's last turn. And plays it N. Now, playing it N here is very good because Nick's going to draw a Pride card and making N even weaker supporter to have in your deck. It's not a card you want to have at the end of the game when you're winning. And your opponent's going to get 4 cards. He's going to draw 3. Hoping to draw supporter to get him out of the 3-card hand. He's also going to get a prize this turn. And then set up a play to win next turn, knocking out the Darkrai EX. Nick attached the fighting to the Darkrai, finding a Night Spear next turn. And 30 to Darkrai.
Orders for Empoleon, Diving Draws, Dark 2.
Empoleon knocks out the Landorus EX, hitting it for weakness. Touches a dark to the Darkrai, and Night Spheres, knocking out the Darkrai, winning the game, drawing his last 2 prizes. So Minio moves on to 2-0 with his Landorus, Terrakion, Darkrai deck. And Michael will fall to 1-1 with his Empoleon, Zoroark, Darkrai deck.